This is me raising my hand, by the way.
This is the years.
Oh, seriously.
We know what we're doing to an extent.
Yeah.
We will be learning till the day we die. Oh.
Should I say that on camera?
Hello friends, welcome to another video. Today we will not be reading an entry from Dope, Diary of a Parent. Today, as you can see, I have my favorite, and I can say favorite, because this is my favorite special guest, Grace.
Hi guys.
My daughter, my forever baby, my cutie patootie. This is in fact how I talk to her, so.
Yeah, so get used to it.
So today we are reading an entry that it was inspired by a constant topic that keeps coming up. It's this conversation about being your kid's friend. A lot of the adults that I talk to, they say that you cannot be your kids' friends, that you should only be their parent. And I totally understand where they're coming from, but I believe there's so much more than just we can be their friends. Have you heard that before?
Oh yeah, I definitely heard that before from different parents, and saying that they just should be strict on them and not like just be open with them. I've also heard that in teenagers, not they say that I don't want to be my parents' friend, they just kind of say that I'm not really close with my parents, or I'm not really like, I don't really talk to my parents.
That's such a good point. Have you ever heard, I don't want to be my parents' friend, from any teenager? Have you ever heard that?
No, but I mean, honest, I don't think I've ever heard that in my life.
It's just, oh, I don't talk to them as much, or like, we're
distant, you know.
Yeah,
we don't
we're
really
too
talk.
busy.
Yeah,
I've heard that one a lot.
That's another one.
Okay, all right. So this entry was inspired from that, from the conversation I had with this woman, and also I record most of my entries on voice notes, and then once I'm ready, I put it into the Word. I am writing my next book, and it won't be available soon. This will be in a while. But hey, book announcement.
Yeah, book announcement, hard launch.
It's going to be called Quiet Life, Loud Purpose. I did set it at the end of this book because it's been on my heart for a minute. But I'm going to read the entry. And what I want you to keep in mind is not if we can be our kids' friends or we can't. Is what kind of best friend we're talking about. What kind of friend can we be to them? So let me read the entry, then we'll talk, okay? It's called, I am my daughter's safe place, not her replacement parent. There's a conversation that comes up often. Don't be your child's best friend. They need a parent, not a friend. And I understand the concern, because there's a version of that loses direction, loses boundaries, loses leadership. But that's not what I'm building. At least I'm trying. I'm not trying to be my daughter's friend instead of her parent. I'm building a relation where she doesn't need to look elsewhere for what she should be finding at home. You know what I'm trying to say there?
Yeah. You're trying to because sometimes kids will go somewhere else, maybe find another person or try to find something else to distract them. That's something they should be getting from home. Some love and some appreciation.
I think being seen, being heard, it's a lot that teenagers go out instead of coming home for. She laughs with me, she talks to me, she shares her thoughts, her questions, her word, and yes, in many ways, we feel like best friends.
Yeah, I agree.
She's definitely my best friend. Have you all heard that TikTok audio?
You know, are we best friends?
And then the person was like, I will put it on screen so you guys know what I'm talking about. But I don't follow her, I lead her. Because being her safe space doesn't mean removing structure, it means holding both. Warmth and direction, connection and boundaries, understanding and guidance. I can't sit with her in her emotions without letting those emotions decide the path. I can hear her fully and still say no. I can stay close to her without stepping down from leading her. Has there been a time that you can share that I have been sitting with your emotions and I still say no?
I mean, definitely. I can't remember an exact moment, but I definitely know that when I talk about something that maybe that I shouldn't be really talking about, or maybe something that I keep repeating over and over again, she always listens to me, she always hears me out. but she tells me what she thinks and how she feels about it, and that always helps me like rearrange like my emotions and my thoughts.
Parenting and relationships is a two-way bridge. The sooner we realize that, the sooner it becomes for us parents. Thank you, assistant. She's also my assistant, camera woman, many roles. Anyways, so no, I'm not replacing my role as the parent. I'm expanding it. I'm not just her parent. I'm becoming the kind of parent she never feels the need to replace. The questions: what makes you feel safe talking to your parents? To me.
To you, I also want to include Papito too, because it's
Okay,
you
Papito.
and-
Go ahead.
which is my dad. If you didn't know, we call him
Yeah.
Papito here. But I feel like you guys are just really open. I know I say that a lot in like these videos, but like they truly are really open to anything that I say. And I'm still learning to like talk about things that I might be a little bit scared to say. But like I know from past experiences that they are open to anything that I say, and they want to hear me, and they constantly tell me like, hey, I want to hear you, I want to be your parent, and I want to hear what you have to say in this situation. So just hearing that, it helps me feel a little more safer talking to my parents.
How do you feel when we say no? Do you feel hurt even when we disagree?
Who does it? I mean, of course you're gonna feel hurt when you're talking about something that you maybe want or that you've been thinking about, and they say no, you can't. But it's like not like a no that's just because they're parents, they can say no whenever
Because
they
I
want.
say so.
Yeah, that
Do
kind
you
of.
say that? Not shaming if you do. If we're tired, we tend to say that a lot, because I say so. But listen, how many times that have worked for you? They slam the door, they roll their eyes, I have said so, and they still go do it behind your backs. So it is time to change that phrase. With softness, with kindness, there's better ways.
So like when they say no, it's not coming from that type of stance. It's coming from like a concern stance. Like it's coming from like kindness and reassurance, and they're like, no, like you can't do that because there's better things for you, and there's better things to worry about, and there's better things to look. And that helps me like realize, okay, maybe not, maybe not. And even when sometimes I can't get out of my mind, and that's when I would go to my mom and say, hey, like this is something that I keep thinking about, and then we will keep talking about it and keep talking about it. And it's something that I can just always go back to her. I won't say I have one thing in mind, but I don't feel like I want to say it. But I think she knows. I hope. Yeah. She knows. We might not
let's
be
turn
on the
off the
same
camera.
page.
What is it?
Like me wanting a boyfriend.
Oh,
Should I say that on camera?
I might just keep this in camera. You wanting a boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's the most real answer right there, because that's the conversation we've been having, like she said.
Like for
like she
freaking
said.
months.
And if you guys comment and want to hear the how we deal with that, please do. I would love to share. But thank you. That's a good one. Good job. Thank you. And thank you so much for keep bringing it up.
Yeah.
I will never get tired of it.
I think I'll keep bringing it up. Probably like tomorrow you'll hear me talking about this.
But again, what I hope, and I see the growth and the understanding you're having around the topic. And I know that when the time comes, you're going to be more than ready. You're actually going to enjoy having a boyfriend, not just the whole drama and feeling like you need him instead of enjoying being a girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And if you're a parent, maybe you can understand what I'm trying to say. If you're a teenager, you're probably rolling your eyes at me. But hey, we welcome both. The last one, how do you trust that we are doing the right thing for you?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm. How do you trust that we know what we're talking about? That we know ball?
Yeah, that you know ball. So I feel like this is like a more what I see thing. I see you guys when you guys do what like the right thing, I guess. I don't really know how to explain this, but like I see you guys know you have experience, and you guys kind of reflect that on who you guys are. You don't take bad experiences and you like reflect and get mad and like you think about that and you just put it on your child. I feel like you take those experiences and you grow with them. And I don't really know how to explain this. This is hard.
No, but you say something really important. You said it's a more see thing, which takes us to kids do what we model, not what we say. I see where you're going for it. I don't want to put words in your mind. It's something that we can keep talking about it. I love that you pay attention to what we do. I have seen it, and I ask you to always continue doing that. Trying at least, because it's going to be hard sometimes. Go ahead.
I feel like my dad is a really good example of this, Pepito. He has so many experiences and he tells me so many stories, and he tells me so, and he's you know, he has a lot of experience. So every time that I listen to him,
He's been through things throughout the years.
yes, through the years, expansion, you know.
Mine is the years.
Yeah.
Grace is the year, and his is the years.
The way he's grown and stuff, I feel like I can trust him with like my experiences, and I know that he has experience. And sometimes I feel like when people like have experiences, it's just the way they take it and then the way they reflect it on their child. That child's gonna maybe have an experience maybe like them, and they might see how the parent might react to that certain experience, and then they will go all of a mess. So that's why I kind of trust you guys, because I feel like you guys have experience, you know what you're doing. And
Well, we know what we're doing to an extent. Yeah. We will be learning until the day we die. We're still adults. We're humans, which we're learning. So that's the key, remembering that we're all learning. But yes, we've been through more stuff than you. We're going to share it. We're going to tell you honestly how we felt, how we deal with it, and how I wish I could done some things different. So you take it from there.
And another thing is that when your parents tell you stuff like that, you might feel like, oh, seriously? Like, sometimes that's how I feel when my mom tells me, like, oh, like, this is what I did, you know, this is what you should do sometimes. And I'm like, do I really want to do that? No, I don't. But I try to listen. I try to see what she's talking about. And most of the time it is the better option. But we're teenagers, you know? We're teenagers, and we have a lot
most
of emotions.
Most of the time, all right.
Yeah, we have a lot of emotions, and we just want to do our own thing because we feel like we need to be on top of everything. But like truly, like listening to your parents, I know it's so cliche, but like everyone said, listen to your parents. But like truly, listen to your parents at this age, because they're teaching you and they're letting you grow. And especially for my mom, like she wants me to grow and she wants me to see me succeed in the future. So trying to listen to my parents, I try to listen, you know, and I do. I've been getting better at it. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard listening, but what I want you to try as a teenager is you're listening to a human being that felt scared, that cried, that went through something, things that you are feeling, your parents did too. But then sometimes as parents we forget and we get all preachy instead of just having a conversation. Trust whatever your parents are going through, they are better prepared to guide you than what you have right now, even though you feel like you can take on the world. So I will suggest using that energy to try to sit with them and see where they're coming from. And when the time comes, apply bits of it to your life. You'll get to build your own life with the good and the bad of your parents, but with your own decision. These are the type of conversations we have behind the camera. Right now, the only difference is that we have a camera in front of us, and that we are hoping that these conversations reach the right people, the people that want to connect with their kid, teenagers that are afraid of trying new things, teenagers that are growing and are trying to find others doing the same thing. The best friend conversation, again, as a parent, ask yourself, what kind of best friend I want to be? And the answer should take you to their parents and their friends. And there's a time to lead and there's a time to listen. And there are some dangers of having that mentality that can shape how we show up. But if you're aware of those, nothing can stop you.
This is me raising my hand, by the way. I like to do this. I feel like you are just a really good example of this. I know she's not really talking about herself. She's talking about Universal, which I love. But I just want to shout out, her, because she's such a good example of this. She's not like my parent, right? Yes, she tells me lessons. She kind of scolds me. How's that when they scolding you? Like, they're like, meh, 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 meh. Like this.
Okay, that.
But not like mean, but she has a balance of being my friend. She has a balance of telling me yes and no. She doesn't tell me yes, 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 but she doesn't always tell me no, no, no. She lets me have fun. She lets me experience new things, but she also tells me some things that I shouldn't be doing. And that perfect balance helps me as like a teenager see what's right and wrong, and just to let me have fun, but also not let me feel like I'm left out. And I feel like that's something that I feel like a lot of parents might struggle with. You know, they want their kids to have like a social life, but they're not letting them, you know? They're just not letting them. And they're teenagers. Like we wanna socialize, and we wanna talk to other people, and we want to learn about other people. So my mom,
We want to have boyfriends.
yeah, we do, but that's another conversation for another video. But she tells me how she feels, and I tell her how I feel, and we combine those. And sometimes we might disagree on certain things, but she also doesn't come along with that with aggression. She comes with open-minded. She always tells me that.
Curiosity with discernment will take you so far.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen overnight. You build it. You don't like just all of a sudden you become best
Trial
friends.
and error, yeah.
You might have little things that might go and affect in your relationship, but like at the end of the day, it's your mom, it's your parent, it's someone that you trust and who literally raised you. So at the end of the day, every time me and my mom have disagreements, we always come back. You know, we always want to talk. And even if it's hard, even if it's big, we always try to come back and understand each other. So thank you.
One last thing I want to add is she keeps saying feels. I didn't get to be my daughter's friend or best friend because I wanted to be like. No, I knew that my job was to keep her safe, to show her what's good and what's bad. So that's one of the dangers. If you get stuck on wanting to be liked by them, it's not going to work out. Mm-hmm. Second one, I have never dumped my feelings on her. That's not her job.
Yeah, that's good.
I sit down with God first. I talk to him raw. But those are the only conversations when I completely pour out my heart. Mm-hmm. I wait. I talk to my husband. I talk to myself. And when the time comes that I know that I'm calm, that I remember that I'm a parent before anything, I go and share everything with her. Yeah. And with everything, it has a filter. It has a filter. The emotions are not pouring it has a purpose. That filter becomes a purpose. Yeah. And I share the ins and outs of work, of my dreams, of my fears, all things that are going through her mind, but at a different age.
Yeah, and it doesn't come out as like trauma dumping. It just comes out as like, this is how I'm feeling today, or this is just what I'm into my mind today. And it doesn't feel like she's just putting it all on me. It's just a casual conversation. Even though it's sad or it can be scary, it's still casual. And that's what helps me say the same things. You know, I feel scared, but I don't really know. Sometimes I do raw on her. Sometimes I do kind of feel bad. But I also like to talk to God. But I also like to explain most of the things to my mom because she understands and she's been through that. She always tells me that. She's like, I was once 15 and I was once in your same shoes. So I want to explain that to you.
And also my 15s and her 15s look different. So as parents, we need to remember that.
Mm-hmm. We were not born in the same generation too.
Yes. We grew up with a structure, but not space to understand ourselves. So today we are adults that just follow directions, but don't know who we are and what we want. These kids today, we have the ability as their parents, their mentors, to give structure because it's needed, but also to create spaces where they get to know who they are. So we built resilience, we built understanding, we built their own voice as adults. And friends, this turned out to be a pretty long video. A lot of the videos with her are going to be long because, as you can see, we talk back and forth. Mm-hmm. A lot of the videos with teenagers might be shorter, but I know they're going to be meaningful. I know they're going to be of help for them, for families, for kids around. And I'm just so excited. I'm excited to be doing what I love. And I'm excited to be doing it with you.
Me too.
I love you.
Me too.
Thank you, friends.